This is the moment, man.
Grab your popcorn, because we are underway from the Movistar Arena. Real Madrid taking it from left to right on your screen with Felipe as the starting point guard. Let's see how he comes out. Guarded by Fournier, top of the key. There's Tavares, screen and roll. There goes Felipe, and he is shut down at the door by Fall. Got it back, floater, no good. And he couldn't grab the rebound, and Papanikolaou calls for calm.
That's great defense by Mustafa Fall, stopping the point guard and holding Tavares away from the basket.
Straight pass from Williams Goss. I can't tell you, talking to these guys pre-game, coaches, players, how important these first 3, 4, 5 minutes they talked about. This is really going to dictate the pace for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and there's a lot of nerves right now, too, could be starting this game.
13 steals for Madrid on Thursday. Andres Feliz has been a big part of that. 6 steals in game 1. High-low game going in Real Madrid. They've got a couple of looks from down low. Hezonja couldn't get that one to go.
If you don't like a high-low, Tavares getting the ball into Hezonja doesn't make much sense. You want Tavares down there.
Still looking for the opening bucket of the game, and it's Williams Goss. He was fouled by Feliz, and he'll get to the charity stripe.
Well, Madrid's going to hold to this one's on Feliz. I think they called it on Tavares. You're going to see Tavares come up and get that left hand in as he goes up right there on the elbow. So this has been an issue for Real Madrid. Tavares in early foul trouble. Ibaka on the bench. You know, other than Ibaka being able to hit the 3, I don't see that much difference other than experience between Bruno Fernando and Ibaka. They come in, they play physical type of basketball. I don't think that's a big loss, so to speak, for Madrid, although Ibaka has played some good games over the last couple of weeks.
A lot of experience you lose there with Ibaka, and especially against Milutinov, against Fall.
But the issue is Tavares with a quick foul in the first minute of the game.
Hezonja putting it on the deck. He's got a mismatch down low with Tavares as Vazenkov trying to just hold the big man off. Kick out, Hezonja dish to a ball, a wide open 3, and Madrid are on the board.
He's been your best three-point shooter through most of the season. Valdez, he doesn't take a lot of them, but he knows when it's his time to take it.
Your typical 3-and-D guy, and he has won the trust of Chus Mateo. Vazenkov into the paint. Williams Goss orchestrating the offense with 10 to go on the shot clock.
Got to get the Vazenkov up here. Tavares, they make the switch now. Take him.
4 on the clock. Williams Goss all defended all over by Tavares. Can't get the roll. Papanikolaou. But there's Fall. Papanikolaou. Kick out. Vazenkov. Pump fake in the corner.
That's well defended by Musa because he reacted after the pump fake and got back enough to affect that shot.
Speeding away from Papanikolaou, and a foul called on Olympiacos. The wily veteran who is, if you depend on anybody in these big games, it's got to be Papanikolaou, doesn't he?
He's always there when the time matters.
Hezonja got some space, and that's all he needs.
You cannot give him that much space coming off the pick. That was a lazy screen. It wasn't that aggressive at all. Hezonja gets a great look.
Fournier, first time we've called his name. Double team. Bodies hitting the deck. Ball's loose. Abalde scrambles. Feliz off to the races. There's Musa.
50-50 ball right off the bat. Madrid winning the battle off the first one.
There's the high-low you were looking for, but Tavares couldn't secure it down low. And now Goss with the C's parting. It's Williams Goss.
And you see what happened there. Tavares knew that he was at a disadvantage, and he was smart enough not to get that second foul and just give up the easy 2 to Goss.
Back and forth we go. Madrid got off to a much hotter start in game 3. In game 2, as a matter of fact, as well. Musa way off on the spin and the floater right there. Fournier crossing. Vazenkov. Hezonja talked about it with Fournier's 3-ball off the back iron, and here come Madrid again. Backing down Hezonja. He loves the little turnaround fader right here.
He wants to get Bezenkov out of there.
There's the turnaround fader. Too strong.
And they got the foul this time on foul. Good battle right there. Tavares lucky not to get called for it. Both big men are going at it. Hezonja looked like he was getting a little frustrated with Abaldi. He wanted to clear him out and be able to go one-on-one. It gives an opportunity to dribble to the basket, not only shoot that fadeaway, but Abaldi stayed and kept his defender in the area to double team.
Well, a lot of people chalk this up. Hezonja right there off the inbound reverse and off the glass.
Real Madrid ran the same play the other day and got the same basket. If you're Olympiacos, that's poor scouting. You got to know that that play's coming on the out-of-bounds play.
4-point lead for Real Madrid, 4 minutes into this game. Fournier passed up the open look into the paint now. Whistle goes and Fournier will get to the line.
I'm looking over at the Olympiacos bench and see Coach Partsokis is almost taking a break. He went nuts the other day in the first quarter, had a lot of expression, a lot of running around. This time he's got his assistant off the bench trying to talk to the players. Maybe a little bit of a change of mentality, trying to relax his players a little bit as they look a little bit frustrated here offensively early on.
48 to the line. He was 9 of 10 in that 28-point night here from the Movistar Arena from the charity stripe, and starting his night 2 of 2.
And remember, in the game 1 and 2, he's 3 for 18 from the three-point line also. So he hasn't been hitting it from deep lately like he was earlier in the season.
Just 1 field goal for Olympiacos so far. That's a wild shot from Hezonja, who might have been looking for the foul.
That's why I talk about Hezonja not letting the game come to him.
Bezenkov, talk about letting the game come to you. Fall down low, the battle of the giants underneath the rack, and Fall gets it to go off the back of the rim.
Everybody has to be holding their breath every time Fall gets the ball down low with Tavares with that 1 foul, because we know Juice has the tendency to take Tavares out of the game and not put him in until the 3rd.
Abalde, Tavares, double team came. Tavares spins out of it, and a soft touch down low on the hook shot.
And Juice is not going to take a chance. He's got Bruno Fernando off the bench already with Capazzo.
Fournier, dump off, Fall! Gliding to the bucket, too strong off the glass. Felipe racing to the rack, and he gets the roll.
Boy, Andres Feliz, when he gets going on the open court, he finds creases everywhere.
Fall will try it again, this time from the free throw line, no good. Abalde running the break, he'll take his time, take the path, and take the layup. Bartzokis going nuts on the...
Bartzokis is livid with his team, not getting back on defense.
Well, Abalde wasn't sure if he was surprised by the space he had too. And Williams Goss, I don't know if he heard a whistle.
That's what I thought, because Goss stopped playing also, like he heard a whistle.
14-8, a little 6-0 run here from Real Madrid, and this place is starting to get a little ruckus, and that's what Olympiacos don't want to see happen in this first quarter.
Yeah, they brought the crowd into it themselves by giving up easy baskets on the fast break, and Foul gets it down low, and they're going out to better.
Well, which of these two teams will be going? I know who that man wants to be going.
That's my boy right there. Raul. I was hanging out with Raul when he was 16 years old in the nightclubs.
Raul Gonzalez Blanco, a true legend around here. He comes for all the big games, and, well, you know he wasn't going to miss this one. Madrid with the early step ahead, 14-8 over Olympiacos, and so far just a couple of field goals for the boys in red. Fournier's gonna try to change that. And you talked about it, maybe just dipping in form a little bit from three-point line, but hey.
Yeah, that feels good to make that one, but again, it wasn't a good offensive set by Olympiacos. That's not the way they like to run their plays.
Campazzo into the game for the first time Fernando in as well, and he gets it down low on Fournier. Kick out, Musa, corner. Off the mark and fall. Wraps it up down low.
That's a big miss by Musa because that was a beautiful pass by Fernando.
Bezenkov looking for his first points of the night. That one just off the rim, and Hezonja skips around Williams-Goss. The whistle came. 13th foul for Olympiacos. Remember, Fournier had that huge first half here from Movistar Arena, and then came in the clutch in that regular season matchup. Hezonja wide open from the wing. Hezonja rattles it in.
Can't let him set his feet like that. Martzokis is going crazy. Papa Nicolau slides off of him, and they give a wide open look. That's 2 wide open looks for Mario.
8 points for Hezonja already, and Fournier just gave that one away. Look at Fernando running the floor. The big man with a big slam on the break.
And Martzokis going right to his bench. He's tired of his players on the floor right now. Bezenkov walking off with his head down. Body language means everything in these games. And we know it's a game of runs no matter how you look at it. Walkup now checking into the game. Papa Nicolau out.
Fernando was kind of a forgotten man on the bench of Chus Mateo for a little bit. Didn't play in any of the play-in games. His numbers went down towards the end of the regular season.
But I think it was just kind of like, which one is going to play better tonight, Ibaka or Fernando, is what Chus was doing.
Well, that'll help his confidence with a nice early dunk in transition. Double point guard. Look at him fall! Timber!
Stretching it out from outside the arc.
Those long arms. Moves on, and again falls everywhere right now.
Man, those arms are everywhere, but I think he's going to get a rest as Milutinov jumps off the bench with 2:12 to go. And if you were in the piece of Friendship Stadium, he'd be getting a big old round of applause right now.
Well, there's a little corner in the Movistar Arena that are up on their feet, giving the big number 10.
I mean, you know he's long and he's got long arms anyways, but the extension from where he came from to where he arrived was huge.
Balde passed up the 3. Milutinov on him. Hezonja had to jack it up with 2 on the clock. Too strong. Fernando chips it into the hands of Williams-Goss. Fournier puts it on the deck. Fournier double clutch, and he's going to the line again.
He goes down, fix both of his tongues of the shoes, but you see him land on that right foot awkwardly.
Well, we were told that he's not 100%, but...
Who is 100% at this time of the year?
Nobody's 100%.
You're pretty lucky if you're 100% at this time of the season.
I'm playing at about 85 tonight.
And that's a good night.
Yeah. Fournier back to the line. He's 2 of 2 from the stripe, and well, he has been carrying this offense so far for Olympiacos in these first 10 minutes. Can't get the second to go when Madrid lead by 5 with under 2 to go here in the first quarter. Peters on Hezonja. Rolling to the bucket, it's Fernando. Great job by Peters, fronting his man right there, and it's going to be an ISO from Hezonja. Fade away, and Milutinov with a great bit of defense.
But Milutinov, I'll tell you what, he's big, he looks slow, but he uses his size and his length to defend guards and forwards when he does make the switch off the pick and rolls. So they have such a confidence in him to defend outside players from the top of the key or from the corners like he just did with Hezonja, that they let him go one-on-one. There was no help, and he did a great job of not biting on the fake.
Garuba into the game, maybe for a little bit of defense here in the final minute and a quarter. Williams-Goss has played from the tip, getting into the lane. Fournier, great defense by him all day. Peters had to put it up. And Yule off to the races. 16 points in that first game for Yule. Oh, Fernando skying up and slamming it home.
Where did he come from?
I don't know if Yui meant that to be an alley-oop, but he gets the assist anyways. And Fournier from the logo left it short, and Yui and Fernando.
I tell you what, this is a great moment in basketball. You got Sergio Yul, your captain down there, Fernando, going after the rebound. Sergio Yul's got to leave that ball to Fernando. It's the big man spot.
The captain, you got to give him the rebound, don't you?
No, you got to give the big man the rebound. But what a catch and dunk by Fernando on the other side. I tell you what, the two big plays offensively, he made a great pass to Moose in the corner, so Fernando playing some smart minutes.
Gonzalez into the game, just 25 seconds this series he's played. He'll get at least 31 tonight. Peters, walk up, around the horn it goes to Goss. Puts it on the deck, into traffic. Floater's short, Milutinov fighting. Reset shot clock, 7-second differential. Vildoza. Goss again, he's aggressive every time he gets the ball. Walk up, dump off. Milutinov, mid-range.
He's been hitting that shot. You got to get back on defense now.
Mr. Mandarina in three. No, he passed it up. Gonzalez with a leaner, and we are all done with the first 10 minutes here from the Movistar Arena. Real Madrid, 21-16. It's been even Steven so far. The home side, though, have had the advantage. Well, something's got to give here tonight. Will that record stay true, or will Olympiacos come here and end the season, end the Final Four dreams of Los Blancos? Yui. He's still got that step, doesn't he? So quick, but there's Walkup with the check from behind. Walkup sends Garuba flying, and Peters soars in with the one-handed slam.
I thought that was a little too unselfish by Thomas right there. He got Garuba off his feet. I thought he was going to go right up with it. When he handed it back, he gave Gonzalez a chance to get the block on Peters. It was a day late and $1 short right there.
A momentum play right there heading into the time.
And all of a sudden, Hugo Gonzalez getting minutes, and we haven't seen him at all in his playoff.
Well, he's a defensive presence. Julie in the corner. Campasso steps out. And the pick came from Garuba. It'll be on walk-up, but oof.
Man, that was a big pick right there. I think that call could be.
We were kind of preparing for this game. Vildoza knows this guy really well. Vildoza and Campasso know each other really well. And Vildoza has given him problems in the past.
Talk about last year's championship.
Exactly.
Vildoza was in the doghouse for Panathinaikos. Oh, what a play by Gonzalez.
The youngster ripping it away from Milutinov. Yule steps into a three. Sergio Yui, the EuroLeague's all-time leading three-point shooter with a big bucket.
You see him setting those feet on the break. He starts stutter-stepping. You know he's about to pull up.
Peters, he's craving it down low against Yui. Williams Goss. It's a big lineup on the floor for Madrid right now. Fade away on the baseline, and Peters heading to the free throw line. Yeah, just that little bump right there on Peters.
Man, it's a foul. I mean, I know they don't like it, but it's a foul. You see him stutter stepping right there. You know he's about to pull up.
Just can never get out fast enough, can you?
No, but Yule has that thing where you'll see his left hand coming to the ball also. As he's dribbling with the right, you'll see the left hand coming to the ball prepared for the shot.
Peters drops both home. His numbers have taken a bit of a dip in this year that Vezenkov has come back. You've talked about maybe seeing them on the floor together a little more.
He's still a 54% three-point shooter.
Jui trying his luck again. That one off balance. Gonzalez hustling, but it's Williams Goss hitting the deck. Still loose, ripped away. Gonzalez, who did go off last? It's Real Madrid ball. Is this an elimination game or is this an elimination game?
Look at the fight and the battle by every. Bartzokis is going crazy because he's got a couple players in the backcourt. Now Bartzokis and Garuba.
Garuba and Bartzokis getting into the face of one another. Well, you're the former player. What are they saying right there?
Bruno Fernando's catching on a back pick. He's moving on the screen. He doesn't like the call.
And this is how Olympiacos gets into their head.
Look, watch the pick. He's moving. The ball's in the air and he comes up and he undercuts his defensive player. That's an offensive foul all day long. And now Garuba gets a technical foul.
Maybe a little strategy from Bartzokis right there, getting in Garuba's face. A technical foul has been handed out. Peters to the line. That one was on Bruno Fernando. A chance for Olympiacos to tie or take the lead here. 2 minutes and some change into this second quarter. Point guard look from Olympiacos with Vildoza.
Maintain your composure if you're Madrid.
Williams Goss, Peters down low on Gonzalez. Great pass, perfectly weighted. Milutinov short on the baseline jumper. Here comes Jui. Jui gonna try to get on the break. Take the arrow out of the quiver. Oh, Jui planted his feet, and that's an offensive foul. El Capitan.
People jacked up in the movie star.
Right in front of Raul Gonzalez Blanco, the other captain.
He's going to make Raul want to come back and play again. Be careful, don't let that right arm out on you.
Gonzalez, baseline drive, too strong. Did everything right there except that final touch. Williams Goss. How many times have we seen him dribble into the paint? Peters.
Swarming defense by Madrid. They're all over the place. Gonzalez a little bit tired. Mentally, you get tired when you miss a layup like you did before, but he came back playing hard defense. Remember I told you about that left hand and you see it coming up. There it is, right there.
What do they call that in baseball? The give? Where you know what's coming? Oh, God, we're blanking out here. Let's get back to basketball. Vildoza, pump fake, pull up from the elbow. Campasso tracks it down. Campasso, whoa, big fall from Campasso. No foul called. Campasso gonna scrape himself up off the floor. Yeah, he goes right up, doesn't he, Peters? Great defense.
I didn't get a good chance to see where his feet were around that semicircle, but
well, Jui with a couple of threes in this half. That's been about the difference right now for Real Madrid. It's been low scoring these first 4 minutes or so in this second quarter. Milutinov. Vildoza off the screen, slips it off. Milutinov, Tavares there, and that's number 2 on Tavares.
He held him out long enough, put it back in. Now he gets a second foul 6 minutes ago. Let's see what Juice decides to do. It's been customary that he takes him out with 2 fouls until the third quarter, but man, this is do or die. You have to let the big man play.
Well, as of now, it looks like he's going to roll the dice and keep Tavares in. Fernando stays on the bench. Milutinov to the line. He's an 83.8% free throw shooter.
One of the most interesting stats to me is if you look at, if you're a Real Madrid fan, you're not happy about the fact that Olympiacos this is their 13th free throw of the game. Madrid's taken 2 so far. I mean, it's obvious that Madrid has been the more physical team
about
defensively.
being physical.
No, they are being physical, so you're gonna expect to put the other team on the line more often.
Well, look at the difference in field goals. It's 11-6 in favor of Real Madrid. If they could just keep Olympiacos off the line, they'd be in good shape right now.
Great pass.
Gonzalez wide open. Gonzalez strings the three over McKissick.
I'm so happy for the young man. That's a big shot for him, man. I love this kid. I love his attitude. I love the type of kid he is. It's a big play. Love to see him on the court. Gutsy
move from Juice to give him these kind of minutes in this kind of game. Peters fadeaway off the glass. The big fundamental.
Peters, man, it's solid. He had great position. Milutinov read it. That's the one thing Olympia's got. Two big men that can dish the ball up from the top.
Dewey left his feet. Oh, Gonzalez comes soaring in out of nowhere.
Was that for Tavares or was that for Hugo?
Dewey's gonna tell you he had eyes on it the entire time. Great. First shift from Dewey right there, who gets a standing ovation as he heads to the line. 6-point game. This has been neck and neck so far. Real Madrid has yet to succumb to Olympiacos and give up their lead, but they've been nipping at the heels all first quarter. Peters, spot up. Peters! That was a two right there with a foot on the line.
They're taking advantage of that. They're putting Milutinov at the foul line. Tavares knows he's not going to shoot, but he gets the ball enough where he's got Peters down low. That's 2 possessions in a row.
Campasso. Oh, there's a mismatch down low for Garuba, but he's been pushed out of the paint. Slip off, dump down, and the slam from Eddie Tavares.
Great play by Campasso, shaking down Milutinov right there.
Four and a quarter to go in the first half. Look at Milutinov. Turn on the Jets, and number 3 for Tavares.
You saw his face immediately. And that is set up by the last 2 possessions where Milutinov was finding Peters down low. This time Peters sets a pick and doesn't cut low. And that gives a wide open lane to Milutinov to get to the basket and pick up the 3rd foul on Tavares.
How hard is it as a player who's been taught to go after the ball your entire life?
I mean, it's, he did it earlier on the fast break when Goss went down. It's an obvious situation. That's not an instinctive situation. Right. This time a guy gets by you, blows by you offensively, and your automatic instinct is go up and block that shot.
How about the quick step from Milutinov?
Listen, I don't mind him picking up the 3rd foul with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. It doesn't bother me. It might not be a good situation, but I think you're better off having him on the court than you are having him sit from halfway through the first quarter until the beginning of the 3rd quarter. It's almost an hour and a half of just sitting there doing nothing.
You take him out of his rhythm.
With 3 fouls in the second half, I started to look to play zone defense with him in the game and let him sit back in the middle.
Milutinov splits the 2 at the stripe. He's got 5 points. Tavares to the bench with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and a couple turnovers. 3 turnovers, as a matter of fact. Madrid with Feliz and Campasso on the floor for the first time tonight. Fournier back on the floor as well. It's been a while since we've seen them. Where's Basenkov been? Campasso!
They took Milutinov to the hookah last time, and Tavares got the dunk. This time he pulls up for 3. That's his first deep look of the night.
Well, Peters with 9 points, and that might be a big reason why Basenkov has been on the bench here for the majority of this first half. We're gonna get our first look at Moses Wright as Milutinov comes strutting off the floor. Fournier back to the line. It's been a common theme tonight. 3 of 4. Most of his 6 points coming from the free throw line and add to that tally. 16 free throws for Olympiacos.
Couple small lineups for both teams out on the court right now. There's 3:30 to go. You got Bruno Fernando and Moses Wright at the 5 spot. All the rest are outside shooters and ball handlers.
Well, 3:30 to either chip into the lead or add to it. A big moment in the game coming up here over the next few minutes. Abalde dribbles into traffic. Fernando, Abalde, corner, baseline drive. Pull up, short, and gathered by Vildoza.
Musa ready to check in the game. He's the only guy that's played that hasn't contributed yet offensively. 0 points for him.
48 was about to get around Campasso, and Campasso gives a thumbs up of approval to the referee.
That's great defense by Campasso, getting a hand in there. He's just got a foot with it. You see on the crossover. He's such a pest defensively.
Musa into the game. This is an awfully attacking-minded Real Madrid 5 right now. Sabin Lee into the game as well. Let's see how he comes in. And oh, great dish from Vildoza. Wright couldn't finish it on his first look at the bucket off the bench.
Man, that was an impressive defensive play by Fernando right there to block that shot.
Feliz after Campasso weaves his way down under the bucket. Campasso tried a little caño. A little nutmeg right there on Wright, and we will reset the shot clock with 14 to go and just over 2:30 remaining in this first half. Six-point lead for the home side, trying to stay alive. Hezonja, top of the key, passed up the 3. There's Feliz, 4 on the clock now. Hezonja knows it. Driving, Hezonja spinning, just got rid of it. And the floater in the lane, beautiful and very poised with the shot clock winding down.
I think everybody in the house thought he was going baseline, and he spun back to the middle.
Fournier. Fournier just got bumped by Feliz, and, well, Madrid sending Olympiacos to the line.
It's Madrid's defense all day. It's physical, man. It's good. I talked about the chest bumps. Feliz got it. It's a foul. Yeah, it's a foul, but, man, that's great defense. I don't care what you're doing. You got to play this kind of defense to win games. This play by Fernando. Moses Wright was wide open right there. Fernando recovers just in time to get his arm up. It's the defense by Madrid, all the Olympiacos, only 32 points right now. It's been the most impressive part of this game. Only 7 assists for Olympiacos, a team that loves to distribute a ball and play within each other.
8 field goals for Olympiacos. Yep. Half of their points have come from the free throw line. If you're Chus Mateo, do you say keep playing like we've been playing defensively?
Man. You keep doing it. You don't complain about the fact that the other team shooting more foul shots. You got to keep that pressure on them.
Musa stuck on a goose egg right now, gives it off. Fernando, Hezonja, corner 3. Hezonja, he's got 13 on the night. 9-point lead with under 2 to go in the first half.
He's so hard to stop because he's got such a quick release.
Fournier thought about it. Right. That's not where he wants to get the ball. Right, driving, out of control, or was he? Soft little English off the glass.
Quite the shot by Moses Wright. I felt like Fernando was just too far away from him that time. You can't give him that much space.
Now, a little whirling dervish, that is Facundo Campasso. 4 fouls for Olympiacos Piraeus. Crowd wanted a foul there on Fournier. Musa will go to the line.
Crowd wanted to foul on Fournier, but somebody got lucky because he threw it Bo up there on the way to the basket. Watch the elbow come up right there.
Yeah.
Good foul call, though. Musa going to the line.
Musa just trying to bully his way onto the scoreboard, I think.
Yeah, I mean, remember, he went 12 points in a row the other day in the first quarter.
"12 in the first quarter." He's got a chance to get on the board for the first time tonight and successfully puts in his first look at the bucket from the free throw line. Our head-to-head,
yeah,
really struggling right now.
Yeah, both of them. Senkoff, only 7 minutes on court time so far as the Rubin six-pack game, but I think before when Marsokas had his moment, he was a little bit upset with Senkoff about not getting back on defense a couple times.
How long do you let that?
Not long. That's Sasha Senkoff.
First teamer, former MVP, Fournier, pump fake. Oh, Fournier, calm in the lane, calm in traffic.
Well, I'll tell you, he had Moses right on the baseline for a dunk, but Evan Fournier said, man, I'm taking this for myself, big man.
Musa, Hezonja again, that's his spot. Way short on the three ball there. Long pass up, Lee, Euro step, slicing through defenders, and a big little run here from Olympiacos.
#1 play in basketball, you never get back on defense without looking at the ball. Felice got his back turned to the ball the whole way. He turns around and sees that there's no way Saban Lee gets that layup. You can't give up fast break opportunities like that by not seeing the rock.
45-40. Olympiacos with an important little run before this halftime break because
you felt like Madrid was going to go in with maybe a double-digit lead.
Got it. The next defense would play low. We play low with the big men. And on the big side, you stay with Hezonja.
Hey, where we go? Get the fuck out.
I have a timeout. Hey, I have a timeout. If I don't have it and we have time, we play more. I want to come up from the middle, okay? Pass, hand off and put straight. We're gonna fight them. Let's go.
Boys, you gotta get over it, no foul. Come on, both ways. Let's go. Olympiacos.
Well, you hear the instructions. First, they're going to have to defend before they can think about cutting into this lead.